it all seemed great until Tahzjuan comes in with the curveball, and she ended up crashing the group date to pursue something with Zach. And I think it was Kat who came back and broke that news to you, correct? So like as the group, like this collective group of women together, you know, you're already all trying to date the same man. What was it like hearing that like potentially one other bad bitch just came in to maybe steal him?
Okay, honestly, my first thought was like, can you come back tomorrow? Like it's really late in the night. Like we can have a conversation about this. Like, like I was just like, oh, I can't believe this is happening right now. Also, I didn't know actually in that current moment that she was there to pursue him, right? Like we just hear Tahzjuan's here. And I'm like, okay, is this like part of the day portion? Like what's going on? Like, is she here to pursue him, or is she here to just like come give us more pointers? Like we didn't know at that moment until we, you know, went over to her and asked what was up. But when Kat first told us, we were all just like, huh? Like, what's happening?
Right.
But yeah, we had an idea, but it was still not confirmed what the whole purpose of her coming was.
And then, and you didn't find that out until you all went to chat with her, correct?
Yeah. We were finally like, okay, so, well, I think we were having some miscommunication. We didn't know if she was talking to him, and we didn't want to like interrupt, you know? So we didn't know like when or how we could walk over there, but finally we were all just like, okay, let's just go see what's going on. Right. And then that's when we asked her, and still didn't really get a direct answer. It was mostly like just being told we didn't bring it. So
that's what I got caught. Like, that's what I got caught off guard with. And as a viewer, I was still in that moment thinking that she was just coming in to give advice. But even then I'm like, that's not how you relay that. So I'm not sure how that point was, but I'm curious of your thoughts of when she said her piece about how you guys performed, and then it transitions into all of you can almost see you processing, wait, so you actually are here to talk to him. But she made this comment. She said, if you feel, and I don't know if this was an interview or not, or if it was directly to you guys, but she said, if you feel that you're uncomfortable, or if you're uncomfortable by my conversation with Zach, then that says a lot about who you are. Kind of hinting like, then you're not a bad bitch, then you don't deserve to be here. But then she turns around, directly says, these girls should be feeling nervous that I'm joining the competition. So it was very like hypocritical, because it's like she's telling you guys to not be scared and to not be threatened, and then goes back and says, oh, you should be threatened. What were what was your reaction about how she approached this entire situation of coming in? You know, being a bad bitch doesn't mean you have to be mean.
Thank you, Michelle. You know? I'm really happy that was shown through, because I don't know if it was caught up, but I did say something like that. I'm like, well, this isn't bad bitch energy. This is like mean girl energy. This isn't really like a way in which you approach a situation, or at least I wouldn't. Actually, in those moments too, it was really chaotic. You know, there was a lot going on, and also she wasn't really giving us straightforward answers, similar to like her almost contradicting herself. But I was trying to think like, okay, maybe she's a little insecure, or maybe she doesn't want to talk about how she's here. Maybe she doesn't want to hurt our feelings. Like maybe that's why it was hard for her I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. All in all, like maybe she didn't want to like say that directly for multiple reasons, but definitely something I did when it started to process of how she was approaching it. I was like, this is just not a very good display of like bad bitch energy. This is like kind of mean. Like you're not really being very nice to us. You're like doing it in a way by like kind of insulting us through trying to build your relationship with him. So that was, but at the end of the day, I mean, I wasn't here to like express myself or explain myself. Like she basically was trying to tell us to, I think, like, if you have a problem with it, like tell me. But we were all just like, it's not really worth the energy, because I'm not really sure how much of what I'm going to say is going to be processed the way we're trying to say it, because she was misinterpreting what we were saying. And I'm like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, at the end of the day too, like she can have her opinions as a judge of like how you all handled the group date and like what the goal was. But like ultimately this is Zach's God, I hate saying journey. Like I need a new word for journey, but like he's there to find his relation. Yeah. And so he's there to find somebody at the end of this. And like, if he liked the date and what you women were bringing to the table, like truly that's all that matters. And it's kind of like his final say. I do want to know though. So obviously we see Zach let Tahzjuan know that like it just wouldn't be fair to you women. He sends her home. How would you have felt though on the flip side if he had asked her to stay? Do you think that would have switched like your view of him and like what he wanted out of this?
I don't think it wouldn't adjust my view of who he is as a partner. I think that point in the process, it's still early. So if you do feel something with him or with her and she feels it vice versa, like go for it. It's not my place to tell you who to not pursue at that point too. I mean, yeah, it's not really unfair. We gave up our lives a lot right now and she hasn't, maybe a little bit less sleep, but at the end of the day, this is a show about finding our husband, our wife. And if you feel like you could have something with that, then I would say go for it. Also, I want my partner to choose me over everything. So if he was feeling like she was a temptation, I still want him to choose me over that temptation too. So I would want her to be there if he was feeling it in that moment. Yeah. But it was like still early enough where I don't know if it was like going to necessarily like sting so much, you know, of him bringing on another girl.
Beautifully said.